We'll begin now. Thank you so very much, everyone, for coming. If you're not here for the ceremony, you can go into the rec center and recreate. But I think we'll get started. Hello, my name is Tom Schmitz, and I've been the Park and Recreation Director for the City of New Ulm for the past 16 years. Welcome, and thank you for coming to the Recreation Center's grand reopening and ribbon cutting ceremony. This regional health and wellness, economic development, and quality of life project dates back to the late 1990s when our first local 0.5% sales tax was authorized and initiated. That first sales tax built the Civic Center on the north end of town, tripled the size of the community center on the east side of town, and turned Vogel Ice Arena here at the Recreation Center into a multi-purpose field house. Recently, 20 years later, our second round of sales tax included this Recreation Center expansion and renovation project, which has been in the works for approximately 9 years. From dreams and concepts through authorization, locally and through the state, and then the design phase. Finally, we completed the construction recently. This improvement project would not have been possible without the local support of the following organizations: New Ulm's Park and Recreation Commission, the Reinvest New Ulm Renew Committee, and the Renew Oversight Committee, all three chaired by Alina's New Ulm Medical Center Toby Fryer, who's here with us today. Also, locally, the past and present city councilors and mayors, some of which are here with us today. Also, locally, in 2000 and 2016 general election, all of our local voters, with 70% voting yes on these local sales tax improvement projects. Finally, locally, our media, the local and regional media, and the business community, the Chamber of Commerce, and all of our business partners. Then from the state of Minnesota, up at the Capitol in 2017, the Senate, including our Senator Gary Dames, who's here with us today. Also, the House of Representatives and our Representative Paul Torkelson. And finally, the Governor back in 2017, Mark Dayton. Other team members for this project include our architectural firm, JLG Incorporated, and our construction management firm, RJM Construction. Finally, our great city staff, including numerous departments, individuals, and groups of city staff, including the Park and Recreation Department. And finally, our staff's great families. Now we have a few dignitaries who would like to share a few short words. I'd like to introduce our Senator, Gary Dames. Gary, please.
Well, thank you, Tom. You know, it was not very long ago, and we were standing right, I believe it was right over here, and doing the groundbreaking ceremony to start this project. And everybody was talking about how great this project was going to be. And it's just interesting to listen to Tom list off all the people who are involved to make this happen. And this is what we see when communities have good things happen in them. It's because of the people that got together, partnered, and worked hard, cooperated, and made things happen. And this is certainly another one of those projects where that's what happened. The city of New Ulm, the community, and all of the different participators and all of the different people that were partners in this got together and made this happen. You're the folks that made it happen, and this is going to give New Ulm a much better quality of life from a recreational standpoint and a lot of other things. And so I just want to thank everybody that was part of this. Thank Tom for kind of being the person that got this thing pushed through or worked through, and the city council, the mayor, and all of the other partners that we talked about today. Thank you very much for doing this. And I'd also like to bring greetings from Representative Torkelson. Today, Paul is in meetings in St. Paul. He was hoping to get out of there about noon so he could be here, but I just talked to him when I was coming over here, and he figures he'll still be meeting tonight around supper time, so he won't be able to make it. But he wanted me to bring his greetings and extend his appreciation for all the work that you folks done. And again, thank you for all the work that you've done. You've turned out with a beautiful process over here. When Tom gave me a short tour a little earlier ago, you can tell that there was a lot of thought put into this process and a lot of getting together and deciding what should be done and how best to do it. So thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Senator. Our next dignitary to speak is our mayor, Terry Sweeney.
When Tom and Gary were thanking the mayor, remember it was Boisman, not Sweeney. So this is a place that is really for all citizens, and I've talked to some older folks, including my mother, who said, "Oh, I'll never really use that." And I said, "Mom, you can use the walking track. You can come down. There's a whole new play area for her great-grandchildren and my grandchildren. You can come and watch events. The Turner events will be open to the public. Actually, at Turner's, we're going to host a Turn Fest in 2023. We'll have people from all over the country and some international places. So there is really something for everybody here. Last Saturday, I took a mayor from another town around. I won't tell what the town is because he'd be embarrassed. He admitted New Ulm is way cooler than his town. I drove him around and we showed him this and that, and then we came down Center Street and on Garden here, and he says, "What is that thing?" I said, "That's our new recreation center." "Oh my God, you guys must really care about health." And that is the truth. I think it goes back to our Turner sound mind and sound body beginnings, but nevertheless, it's clear we care about the health of our citizens. Tom's already praised the staff and the leadership for the vision that they all have combined, the different committees and such. I like the partnership, the unique partnership with Turner Hall. The Turner Gymnastics Academy is going to be operated by the Turners, but it's going to be rented from the city within the facility here. And we're planning on several events, so that'll be well used. There's 500 kids already enrolled in there. And it's another source of pride in our great city. I lived away from New Ulm for 13 years, and every time somebody'd say, "Terry, where are you from?" New Ulm." "Oh, what a cool town. That Shell's beer, that, all your festivals, the Kaiserhof," and on they'd list off things. And this is going to be one more place that'll make it the cool town that it is. Thank you, folks.
Thank you very much, Mayor Sweeney. I now see 2 of our 5 city councilors here. Councilor Mack, would you like to say a few words? Councilor Larry Mack, come on up, please. Councilor Mack was also on the Renew Committee and the Renew Oversight Committee. Councilor Mack.
I'm going to just say, we started this about 7 years ago when I got newly elected to the city council, and it was a couple of years of meeting 3, 4, 5, 6 times a month to try to narrow down the projects and try to get a gander of the scope of the project and the physical location, and trying to accommodate the whole community and how we would look at the future of New Ulm and what we want out of our community and how we're going to utilize it for all generations for this project. And I'm very proud that everything came together, and a lot of this comes down to the staff that runs the Park and Rec program, because they seen the foresight for what piece of equipment here or there, or they heard from the users, we would like this entity or different features with this construction of this project. So that's all I got to say.
Thank you very much, Councilor Mack. Councilor Dave Christian.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming. I'm not going to be redundant on what Senator Dom said, Councilor Mack, the mayor. I want to thank the voters out there twice for approving this thing. They're the ones that carry the weight on it. Thank you to them.
Thank you very much, Councilor Christian. And now I'd like to introduce our final speaker, one of our local visionaries, not only in our health community, but in our community development area. As I mentioned before, previous chair of the Park and Recreation Commission, the Renew Committee, and the Renew Oversight Committee, Mr. Toby Fryer.
Tom put me at the end, hoping everything would be said, and this would be brief. Yeah, it's still going to be brief. But as I kind of think of what a beautiful day, but been a tough couple of years for us as a community, for us as a country, and with the pandemic. And quite honestly, sometimes you wonder, are we as united as we could be or should be as a nation and as a community? And we can gather here today and look at this project, and more importantly, probably a lot of other things happening across the community. And we have a lot to be grateful for and a lot to be proud of. And obviously this is a facility, but there's so much more, I think, that went into this that gives us hope for the future and many other challenges and opportunities. As we were doing the visioning, I think what I was very excited about is there was a lot of energy around creating things where we would have a place for southern Minnesota, of creating what would be almost the only facility or project. And I think as you tour here, I think Tom would probably share with you, it's going to be hard to find anything that would match this recreation center, not only in southern Minnesota, but maybe anywhere else, of what all has come together in this facility and many of the other projects, so that this would be, yes, for the quality of life of New Ulm, but also more importantly for hopefully decades to come, create New Ulm as a regional destination for so many things, for us to raise families, for us to retire in, for us to start businesses in. And it could only happen through collaboration. So that is something to be proud for. As I think about this project and the goals that we had many goals along the way, but they were never really the end goal, and I don't even think today is. So kind of what they were sharing, getting agreement on what projects to propose wasn't easy. But that was a goal, and it was great, but it wasn't our end goal. Getting council support was great, but it wasn't our end goal. Getting community referendum support was great, but not our end goal. Getting support from the state legislature was important and great, but not our end goal. Getting the projects designed, constructed, on budget in the midst of a pandemic, great, thank you, Ryan, but not our end goal. And even having a ribbon cutting today, wonderful event, but this isn't it. This ultimately is not success, standing here and admiring this facility. All of us for 7 years put in the time and energy. I think most importantly for the citizens around this entire region to be able to benefit from this for decades to come. So our end goal and success should be when we're able to have these new facilities in high use, overflowing with people, coming from all over southern Minnesota to come together for social connection, for physical activity, for improving well-being. Hopefully commerce and economic development follows that. Workforce challenges may be minimized, and that these projects are having the impact that we had hoped they would have. So I believe the work isn't done. We can kind of celebrate and look behind us at all these projects and smile and be grateful, but I don't think the work is done. Now it's up to all of us. What are all of the ideas and opportunities we think, how do we put this facility and all the others to great use to invite all of Minnesota? I agree, Mayor, there is no better community than New Ulm. I've been here for 16 years and want to be here for a long time. So I think another congratulations to the city leaders and staff and community for putting this together. And now it's up to us to figure out ways how to use it and make our lives better, everyone else's lives around us better, more healthy, and look forward to that in the years ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toby. Okay, that's the end of the speeches. Now we're going to have the ceremonial ribbon cutting. Mayor, please come forth with the ribbon. I would like, yes, all the dignitaries, plus we've got a number of members in the audience. Contractors, RJM, JLG, the Park and Rec Commissioners. I see some Park and Rec Commissioners out there. Renew Committee, Renew Oversight Committee. Manager Dalton, Finance Director Jorgensen, all those dignitaries, please come up here above the steps to assist with the ribbon cutting. After the ribbon cutting, we will open the doors for free admission until 8 p.m. So staff and dignitaries, please come up and assist with the ribbon cutting.
Need to counter my holiness. Alright, who's here is going to be you. So with the ribbon cutting, I will formally open New Ulm's Recreation Center. What we like to do is count down from 5, and I'll give it the clip. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! Alright.
Again, thank you very, very much, and enjoy the rest of the day, and come on in for free admission and tours. Thank you.